What's up, Dylan? How we doing?
Hey, Dr. D, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Just another day.
It's just another day. Well, listen, this is important. The Astros are going to beat the Dodgers this year, so there's that. All right, so what's up, man? How can I help?
I don't know about that. I'm an Angels fan. They just whooped them last night. But,
They super did, man. They did. Good call. For those of you who don't know, the Astros played the Angels last night, and the Angels beat them, and it was embarrassing. It was a good comeback win. Good for them. All right, brother, so how can I help, Dylan? Man, you clowned me on that one.
I'm 23 years old, and I've been divorced for about a year and a half. My ages 19 through 22 were pretty bad, and that included divorce. However, I've been with my current girlfriend for about 18 months. I have been getting some comments here and there. When are you guys going to get married? When are you going to propose? Blah, blah, blah. And I thought about it for a couple weeks.
Hey, Dylan, talk directly into the phone, man.
Can you hear me now?
Way better. Perfect. Okay.
All right. I've been getting some comments about getting married. When are you going to propose? And I thought about it for a couple weeks, and I realized I am absolutely terrified of getting married again because of my last marriage, which was completely self-inflicted. I have accepted that and dealt with that, but I was wondering how would I get over the fear of getting married again, the fear that might end up really badly again.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate your question, dude. People all over planet Earth are going through this right now. It's been a rocky season for relationships and people trying to grow something new out of the ash, man. So I appreciate your heart on this. Who's making these comments?
Just some family members and friends. Not like they're kind of joking, but it just got me thinking seriously about it.
Why do you care what they think? If you're not ready right now, you're not ready. Why are you giving audience to those critical voices?
I guess I take a lot of what people say. I know I shouldn't, and I try not to, but I guess I take based off of my past marriage and how it ended my military career, and it was just really bad. Based on that, I guess I take a lot of heart to what people think because I screwed up so badly over the last couple of years that I take to heart a lot of what people think, and I shouldn't. It's not a good thing to do.
What happened in your previous one, man?
Well, I mean, I was in the Army. I was stationed out there at Fort Campbell, actually, and got back from deployment, started drinking a lot, and I wasn't the best husband. We had my son, and then shortly after that, it just fell apart, and we separated, and then divorced 6 months later. Okay.
So you ran around on her too?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and here's what I'm trying to get at the bottom of. When you have a situation where a marriage implodes, right? And you may have heard me say this before, and I'll keep saying it over and over because we don't talk about it enough as a culture. When a marriage implodes, when a relationship that you care about implodes, when you do something you never thought you would do, which is cheat on somebody that you love, especially the mother of your kid, right? No one ever sets out for that, right? You lose trust in the relationship, right? And you have the normal grief and picking up the pieces after a train wreck of an ended relationship. But beneath that, you're kind of hinting around the edges here. You lose trust in you. You're like, who is this guy? Right? I thought I was better than that. I thought that I was fill in the blank. And suddenly you betrayed yourself, right? You stumbled and you thought you were running just fine. And now you're in a new relationship. You like this person. You're a year and a half in. It's cool and all great. But you don't trust Dylan anymore. And now you're trying to outsource that trust to other people, man. And that's when people find themselves way over their head making stupid decisions because you give audience to idiots, right? We all do it, man. But that one buddy who's like 7 beers in, it's like, bro, why don't you get married? And you're like, I don't know, man. Maybe I should, right? Or some uncle that you wouldn't even... If he called you with a good deal on a car, you'd be like, no. But he makes a comment about something, right? And so you start giving audience to other voices. I really want to see Dylan learn to trust Dylan, man. So what'd you learn from the last situation? What did you learn about you?
I learned that, I learned to own up a lot. I learned to take accountability of what I do, not try to bury myself deeper, lie to try to make it worse, to cherish and not take for granted the people we love, and the basic things like, I have my house, my family, not to take things like that for granted, and just not to screw up things that you love and you cherish, and just, yeah.
So listen, brother, you just talked about responsibility. You talked about wisdom. You talked about accountability. And you've learned it the hard way. But if you start to wrap your head in a real way around those lessons, those commitments at age 23, you're ahead of more than you're ahead of most of society. Look around, brother. Nobody will take accountability. Nobody will make wise choices. Nobody will say, hey, I screwed this up. I have to be better next time. And you have, right? So give me one example of what not taking for granted, what cherishing a relationship, what does that look like? How are you treating this new person differently than the old person?
She never opens her car door anymore. I always open it for her.
Okay. Give me something way more. That's cool. That's chivalrous, and I support that. I'm an old Texas kid, man, so I'm high-fiving you. Give me something deeper than that.
We actually talk when we get home for the day. We talk about how our day went. If one of us has an issue with the other, we sit down and we discuss what the issue is and where we're going to go from here. Which I never did in my last marriage.
You know what that's called, brother? That's called vulnerability, man. And you know what that is? That is the soil of a relationship that's going to work, right? That you plant in that soil. You can plant any kind of crazy seeds in that kind of soil. And if you, as a 23-year-old guy, it's going to make you a great dad. It's going to make you a great co-parent with your ex who's going to be healing from what you did for years. And it's going to make you a great future husband. That is what I'm talking about, man. That's wisdom. That's accountability. That's learning, man. Good for you, dude. Good for you. So here's the quick brain science. You got bit in the face last time. You reached way down to kiss a rattlesnake and it bit you in the face, and it hurt and it sucked, and you went through a lot of garbage and you hurt people that you loved. Your brain has a vested interest in you never getting near that rattlesnake again. Ever. So every time you think about getting married, think about a committed relationship, your brain's going to sound every alarm it's got. Okay? Just know that is your body trying to take care of you. It's trying to love you the best it knows how. Okay? You are still learning how to be in a relationship. My guess is your parents didn't model this for you. Is that fair? Or maybe they did?
Yes.
Okay. So
No.
You're flying blind. You're on a mission with no map on what a vulnerable Southern California dude looks like in a committed relationship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. I can give you 100% guarantee that you never get hurt again. You want it? This is 100% guarantee you will never get hurt again. Okay? Break up with your girlfriend now and never be in another relationship again. Ever. That's 100% guarantee that you never get hurt. It also is 100% guarantee that you will never love, never get connected, and you will be miserable. The research tells me you'll die younger and you'll ultimately hate your life. And so the way to get over the fear of getting married again, getting close and super connected with somebody, is to do exactly what you're doing. You got to practice being a better partner every single day. And when you practice it and you continue to die to yourself and let her be more important than your temper tantrums, and her be more important than your anger, and her be more important than responding to that text from that woman that you know you shouldn't respond to because you know where it's going to go. When she's more important than one more beer and one more beer and one more beer. When you die to that self and she becomes number one, right? Then, brother, you are just planting seeds and you're taking care of that soil, and that sucker's going to grow and grow and grow. And eventually your body's going to say, oh, dude, this isn't life-taking, this is life-giving. We're all in on this thing. And then at some point, brother, you got to risk, because every relationship is risk. And so you got to get back in the ring again. 18 months sounds super quick to me. How long have you been divorced?
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
Officially divorced, yeah.
Yeah. What's the rush, man?
I mean, there's no rush. I mean, I know as of right now, I do want to marry her, but I just figured I'd face it now that I am pretty scared.
Okay. So, man, think of it as the first time you did rifle training and you held that rifle too far from your shoulder and you pulled the trigger and it kicked back and almost took your arm with it, right? And the only way to do that better the next time is to hold that thing real tight. And that's scarier for your body. And you do it and you do it and you do it. And then pretty soon you start getting nervous before you pull the trigger on that gun, right? And so it's both and. Honor the fact that your body's terrified of getting to a relationship again. Honor the fact that 18 months is real quick, right? That you're still growing and you're still learning. And also honor the fact that there is no grand adventure in life. There is no deep, reckless, wild, insane love. There is no hard, seasonal rises with the waves in the ocean, rad 50-year-old marriage that doesn't come with wild, putting it all out there risk. All in, and I'm going all in on you. And in your case, you've been all in before, but you only had like a 2 and a 3 and a 6. And you went all in because you weren't playing right and you lost big. And now you're going to have to get better cards. And you're going to practice those cards and you're going to go all in. Your heart's right, brother. You're in the right place, Dylan. Keep taking baby steps. Keep practicing. And here's another magic thing. Be vulnerable with, let your current girlfriend know where your head's at. Hey, we're a year and a half in. I think you're the person for me forever, and I'm terrified because I screwed it up so bad last time. What are some ways I can continue to get better? Do something real crazy. Go see a marriage counselor with her, a pre-marriage counselor. See if y'all are on the same page. Begin to get some new skills and some more skills and some more skills. Man, I've been married for a long, long time. I'm still learning new skills. It's all about what the seasons are going to bring, and am I ready for the weather when it comes? I'm so grateful for your heart, brother. You give me hope, Dylan. So glad you're out there.